Yeah. Y'all ready now? Turn me up. Here we go. I am the Black Shamen. I am Deshaymond. Hey! For all the things you said I'd never do. For all the things you said that were untrue. For all the times you made me feel alone. Yeah, you said I'd never make it on my own. Things are looking up for me now. Seems like karma's making its rounds. It's my turn, I won't be held down, no. Karma's gonna visit you too. Gonna pay for the things you put me through. I hope you do. I hope your hell is filled with magazines. And on every page I see a big picture of me. And under every picture the caption should read, not bad for a man from the gutter like me. Needed to make me weak to help you feel stronger. I know you've been chasing my soul, but I'm dying inside. Oh, Deshaymond deep went home, couldn't take it no longer. But and on every page I see a big picture of me. And under every page of the caption should read, not bad for a print from the gutter like me. I hope your hair is filled with magazines. And on every page I see a big picture of me. And under every picture the caption should read, not bad for a print from the gutter like me. Yeah, see, it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter what your disability is. You determine how far you go, you feel me?
I won't let you take my voice from me. I won't be not by you. Won't be shut out. Won't be refused. I won't be anymore. La 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 la.
What's good, y'all? Welcome to the Deshaymond Show. This is the first episode, and I am so happy to finally have this out in the world on Beyonce's internet. I am R&B music artist, voting member of the Recording Academy, singer, songwriter, producer, vocal arranger, curator, and your host of the Deshaymond Show, Deshaymond. And I want to welcome you. Welcome everybody. Welcome Gen X, my millennials, Gen Z, and all of my nieces and nephews and everybody in between. I don't care what your sexuality is. I don't care what your race, color, or creed is. I don't care what you're disabled, if you're disabled or you're not disabled or whatever. Everyone is welcome here. We don't need DEI to show love to everybody. Now, I want to tell you a few things this show is and a few things that it ain't. All right? This show is a place of love, a safe space for everyone, not just one type of people, not just a couple types of people, but for everyone. Everyone is welcome here. All right? Now, what this place is not is a place of hate. We do not hate. We appreciate and we love on people. Listen, if I catch a little shade, if I catch a little hate, if I catch a little sly comment, you will be clocked and blocked. I don't play that type of stuff because over here at my show, we show love to people. All right. One place that this place is a safe place for creators and artists and entrepreneurs of every background. If you're disabled, if you are LGBTQIA+, if you're black, if you're white, if you're green, if you're orange, if you're purple, if you are canary yellow, you are welcome here. And this place is for you. I love all types of creators. I am a creator and I appreciate all types of art. So whether you're a painter, whether you're a musician of any kind, a singer or a songwriter or a producer or whatever it is, you are welcome here. If you're an actor, I love my thespians, okay? If you are an author, I love y'all too. My favorite genre of novels is, a good noir with a sexy romantic twist. That's my favorite. Black noir is even better. You feel what I'm saying to you? I want to love on all artists. I want to love on, people that paint on canvas, digital artists, visual artists, sound artists. Whether you're blind, deaf, anywhere in between, you are welcome here. We don't need DEI to show love to you, okay? So with all of that said, I am Deshaymond. I am the host of the Deshaymond Show, and let's get started, all right? I am an Aries. Listen, I am an Aries through and through. That means I'm loyal. That means that I have a lot of energy. I'm energetic. I'm charismatic. I will be your biggest cheerleader. I love really, really hard and really, really deep. If I ride for you, I ride for you. I am intense. I am very passionate. I am all of those things. However, I do not mind being the villain in your story if you treat me like less than I deserve. Disrespect is always a no, because I always give the utmost respect. Listen, I'm an Aries, born April 19th. I am the last of the first. Yes, I'm on a Taurus cusp, but make no mistake, I am an Aries through and through. Now, I'm going to tell y'all the rest of my chart, but I just want to make you guys aware of that. And 2026 is the year of the Aries. So I'm not letting none of y'all stand in my way. Go on over there with your little dark cloud, because we like the sun over here. In the famous words of one of the queens of Hollywood, Miss Taraji P. Henson. All right, y'all. We will be right back with more of the Deshaymond Show. Stream my song Gutter from my debut album, I Am, available now everywhere you get your music.
And on every page you see a big picture of me. And under every picture a caption should read, not bad for a nigga from the gutter like me.
Advertise for your company or your brand right here on the Deshaymond Show. You can sponsor an episode, a segment, or even just place an ad. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, and we have special rates for disabled-owned companies and companies owned by marginalized entrepreneurs. Reach out to us today at info.booking@deshaymond.com for more details. And remember, when nobody else loves you, you gotta love you more. Mwah. Be better, y'all.
I won't be silent. I won't be moved. I won't be silenced.
So I walked into this room not knowing how much it would affirm me. I met so many people tonight, singers, rappers, writers, artists, all moving with intention and all chasing something bigger than themselves. It really felt like a community. At one point, I'm holding a French 75 in my hand. Those are dangerous. Bubbly, smooth, and dangerous in the best possible way. Thinking to myself, wow, like, bro, I really get to be here. I ran into Avery Sunshine, Grammy Award-winning Avery Sunshine, and let me tell you, that moment meant way more to me than she'll ever know. She looked at me and she told me to never quit. Simple, direct, and very necessary. And I felt it in my chest. I linked up with my boy, Mini Producer, someone who's seen the journey, who knows the late nights, all the doubt, and all the growth. You know, shout out to him on his show with his wife, man. They are dope. They are so dope. Then I crossed paths with Grammy-nominated rapper, producer, Mr. Double A himself. And it hit me with how surreal this all felt. Standing in a room with people that I admire. You know, it was a moment that I had only imagined before. I also ran into my girl Jay Honey, an A&R in the industry, and the energy was just good. It was vibes, as it always is. Laughter, music talk, life talk. And listen, I was flirting with everybody. Gay, straight, in between, I did not discriminate. Because joy is joy, and confidence looks good on me. What really got me, though, was realizing how natural it all felt. Being in the Recording Academy has always been a dream of mine. Not just the title, but the belonging. Moments like this remind me that I'm not just knocking on the door anymore. I'm inside the room. That the dreams I whispered to myself years ago are being realized. One conversation, one connection, and one night at a time. I belong here. And tonight, I felt that deeply. Okay, so I had a great time at the Grammy party and celebrating all of the nominees. It was so dope here in Atlanta. I had one too many French 75s and I was so gone by the time I got back home. It was crazy. I was flirting with all the guys, gay, straight, and everywhere in between. You know, if they were offended, I don't really care because that's none of my concern. They should take it as a compliment and not be homophobic. But you know, this industry still decides to practice all of this homophobia and all of this fake masculinity, man. Like, bruh, like, we are all brothers. Like, it doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, bi, pan, whatever it is. So I didn't care nothing about none of that. I just had a good time. And most importantly, I belonged there. I earned my right to be there. I earned my right to be a voting member of the Recording Academy. I earned it. So just remember, whenever you're experiencing some of that imposter syndrome, you've earned a right to be there. The fact that you're there makes it all right. All right? Now, we'll be right back with a little bit more out and about, and I'll show you everything that happened at NAMM Show 2026 in Anaheim. Stay right there. More of the Deshaymond Show when we return. Mwah. Stream my song, Take It Off, sped up version, featuring 7 Deep. Available now, everywhere you get your music. Advertise for your company or your brand right here on The Deshaymond Show. You can sponsor an episode, a segment, or even just place an ad. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, and we have special rates for disabled-owned companies and companies owned by marginalized entrepreneurs. Reach out to us today at info.booking@deshaymond.com for more details. And remember, when nobody else loves you, You gotta love you more. Mwah. Be better, y'all.
I won't be silent. I won't be moved. I won't be silenced.
This past week was an amazing week for me. I went to a Grammy party and I went to NAMM show in Anaheim, California, right outside of LA. And I even performed and I met so many people and had such great experiences. I met legends, I met superstars, I met all of these people, and I had some great conversations with some amazing brands. So I want to take you out and about with me, your Uncle D. Let's go. Walking through NAMM this year felt so different. It felt full of sound, full of ideas, full of moments that reminded me of why I started this journey in the first place. I had the honor of meeting so many incredible artists, including the ambassador of soul himself, the legend, Mr. Ellis Hall. That conversation alone felt like history meeting possibility. I also crossed paths with Revco from LMFAO, and it was one of those surreal moments where worlds collide. Music, culture, joy, all in one room. And of course, I spent time with the homie, Grammy nominee, Lachi. Those conversations grounded me. They reminded me that community, especially the creative community, is everything. Beyond the artists, I had powerful conversations with brands shaping the future of sound. From AKG to SE Electronics, MIDI, and so many others in between. Talking gear, innovation, accessibility, and talking about where music is headed next. And in all of that, I kept thinking about how far I've come. Being in rooms like this used to feel like a dream. Now, it feels like alignment. NAMM 2026 wasn't just about being seen. It was about being present. And moments like this remind me that the journey is unfolding exactly how it should be. Big love to Ramped, recording artists and music professionals with disabilities. NAMM show don't owe us nothing. Listen, when I tell y'all NAMM show was a complete and total vibe. It was a vibe, like I enjoyed myself so much. Just being there amongst all the legends, the pop stars, rock stars, all of the amazing brands that took their time to have great conversations, all of the artists, all of my people from RAMPD, recording artists and music professionals with disabilities, with my girl Lachi. You know, it was such a vibe, and I was so grateful to be there. I opened for Lachi, who's a Grammy-nominated artist. I also opened for the legendary Mr. Ellis Hall, you know, the ambassador of soul himself. You know, I had so much fun with him. He kept mispronouncing my name on purpose. This man called me dementia, depression, and everything in between. And while we were taking that picture that you guys saw in the clip, I pinched him. And then after the picture, he was like, okay. Deshaymond. He said my name perfectly after that. All right? So don't let nobody mispronounce your name, even a legend. You feel what I'm saying? Ellis Hall, I love you so much. You told me not to call you Mr. Ellis or Mr. Hall, but I'm a Southern boy. I'm just like that. So I'm from the bottom of my heart, Lachi, from the bottom of my heart, Ellis Hall. I love both of you. You guys are both living legends. And Lachi, everything that you do with us, for us, in RAMPD, you are truly a leader in this industry for recording artists and music professionals with disabilities. And Mr. Hall, it was such an honor and a privilege to open for you on the MIDI stage at NAMM Show 2026. I'll never forget it, and I'll always hold it close to my heart. I love both of y'all. Everybody, I love all of y'all too. And we will be right back. All right? Gotta go pay some bills. Mwah. More of the Deshaymond Show when we return. Listen to my song, When We Make Love, from my debut album, I Am. Available now, everywhere you get your music. Advertise for your company or your brand right here on The Deshaymond Show. You can sponsor an episode, a segment, or even just place an ad. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, and we have special rates for disabled-owned companies and companies owned by marginalized entrepreneurs. Reach out to us today at info.booking@deshaymond.com for more details. And remember, when nobody else loves you, you gotta love you more. Mwah. Be better, y'all.
I won't be silent. I won't be moved. I won't be silent.
Monica, this is not just admiration. This is homage. This is gratitude. This is giving flowers while the legend is still here to receive them. From a teen prodigy to a woman who grew up right in front of the world and never lost herself in the process. #1 records, #1 albums, millions of records sold, awards, nominations, and career-defining triumphs. A catalog that raised us, healed us, carried us through heartbreak, faith, joy, and survival. A woman who showed us that vulnerability is not weakness, it is power. A wife, a mother, a protector of her family. A woman who chose love, growth, and responsibility, even when the spotlight made it hard. She represents consistency. She represents truth. She represents standing 10 toes down in who you are when the world keeps trying to redefine you. To me, Monica taught me authenticity. She taught me that you don't need to be loud to be undeniable. You don't have to chase trends to set them. You don't have to explain your strength for it to be felt. Her Still Standing era didn't just inspire music, it inspired faith. And it taught me how to walk by faith and not by sight. How to keep going when you've been counted out. How to trust God when the numbers just don't add up. How to rise even when the narrative is unkind. Monica has always been the underdog in R&B, never quite given the credit she deserves, never fully celebrated the way her impact demands, and yet she still stands. Through industry politics, through personal loss, and public scrutiny, still standing in grace, purpose, and excellence. She is a music icon, she is a legend, she is a fashion icon, a trendsetter and a waymaker. She is the blueprint, she is the standard, and she is the queen of R&B. And this is not just admiration, this is respect, honor, and legacy honoring and acknowledging legacy. Monica, thank you for your voice. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for showing us exactly what it looks like to know who you are and stand on it, no matter the cost. This is Artists I Admire, and today we honor Monica. So Monica continues to be one of the most decorated artists in R&B. She is an R&B superstar. As a global icon in both music and fashion, she is a trendsetter, and she never tried to be anything other than herself. You know, with all her #1s and over 40 million records sold, being the youngest artist to have 2 consecutive #1 hits on the Billboard R&B charts, and one of the longest running duets of all time, the respect is earned. It is earned. And I saw so much shade and just disrespect during the Boy Is Mine tour where, you know, whether it were Brandy fans or people that, you know, didn't necessarily know that they were fans of hers or enjoy just throwing shade, saying, oh, Brandy was great. Oh, you know, this person was great. Oh, this person was great. And neglecting to mention her name, even though she has toured probably over 4 times as much as Brandy. And I love Brandy. Brandy is the vocal Bible, and I put all the respect on her name. You know, she is the first Black Cinderella, and that will forever be. She is a legend. but you have to give credit where credit is due. You know, Monica has toured with 98 Degrees, with NSYNC, with Sarah McLachlan at the Lilith Fair. She's toured with Trey Songz. She's toured with them all and deserves the respect. Deserves it all. She's headlined her own tours. I just want to say, Brandy has never done that, you guys. Even with the number ones, we can say what we want to, but Monica has more number one songs, more number one records than Brandy. You know, we can say what we want to about those two ladies, but they both stand on their own. And it's time that you guys start showing Monica some fucking respect. You feel me? I won't take the disrespect. Listen, disrespect here on the Deshaymond Show, you will be clocked and blocked, okay? And that's just straight up. Monica is one of the queens of R&B. Put some fucking respect on her name. She is that girl. She is that girl that never had to prove herself, never had to change who she was, never had to hide who she was or lie about who she was. She's always been that girl. She is my favorite artist of all time, one of the most transparent artists to ever walk this earth and ever be in this industry. I don't give a damn what you say. And she got bops. She got hits for days. They just keep coming. Okay? So stop playing with that girl, man, and put some respect on her name. Monica, here at the Deshaymond Show, we love you. We will always love you. We love your love for Whitney. We love your love for people. We love the respect and admiration you show to other artists. We love how you uplift and how you teach and how you've always been 100% authentic. We love you, and I hope to have you as a guest one day right here on the Deshaymond Show. All right, y'all, stay tuned. We will be right back with more Deshaymond Show in just a minute. Gotta go pay these bills. Mwah.
Listen to Ready for Love off my debut album, I Am, available now everywhere you get your music.
I'm so ready for love. Yeah. You made me smile again. You're my inner peace, perfect harmony.
Advertise for your company or your brand right here on the Deshaymond Show. You can sponsor an episode, a segment, or even just place an ad. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, and we have special rates for disabled-owned companies and companies owned by marginalized entrepreneurs. Reach out to us today at info.booking@deshaymond.com for more details. And remember, when nobody else loves you, you gotta love you more. Mwah. Be better, y'all.
I won't be silent. I won't be moved. I won't be silent.
All right, y'all. I am so excited about what I'm listening to this week because it is a world premiere. You feel me? What I'm listening to is a playlist that I do exclusively on Spotify. Please, I will have the link in the description. Go and follow that playlist. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. It has all of the new mainstream and independent R&B. But this week, on our first episode of the Deshaymond Show, I am premiering to you my brand new song called Fire Love, written by myself and produced by J Shot the producer. Listen, I know you guys are gonna love it. It is about Black gay romance and how we can love unconditionally and we never let that fire go. We never let that fire go out. So I hope you'll love it. I know you'll love it. Here's Fire Love.
Oh, yeah. I'm the Aries, you my equal. And when I take the lead, you're the one who keeps the tempo. Wherever I go, we go. Just our presence alone makes our opposition crumble. We're each other's twin flame. Forever loyal in love, we'll stay. We got that. Fire love. Fire love. Wakanda is forever. You love me like I love you. Our vibranium is pleasure. We're making it forever. Whenever we may argue, I'm not worried at all. Cause respect is the law. We'll make up by tomorrow. We'll make love with a rock, then we'll bathe in our love. We're flame. Forever loyal in love. We'll stand. We got that. We burn and we burn out and reignite. Long as we burn together, we'll be alright. Got that fire. Long as we rule together, Wakanda is forever. You love me like I love you. Our vibranium is pleasure. We're making it forever. Whenever we may argue, I'm not worried at all. Cause respect is the law. We'll make up by tomorrow. We'll make love with a rock, then we'll bathe in our love.
All right, y'all. Tell me what you think about the song, and remember to go and stream it on all the major music platforms, whether you listen through Deezer or Amazon Music or Spotify or Apple Music, wherever you get your music, YouTube Music, it's available everywhere. Go stream that. Let's run it up. Let's run it up. Let's run it up. And let's celebrate queer love this Valentine's Day. You feel me? Music video to come really, really, really soon. So I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for taking care of that fire love. You feel me? And hug up and snuggle up with your person this Valentine's Day. All right? Let's make love, y'all, not hate. We will be right back with more of the Deshaymond Show in just a minute. Mwah.
Listen to Get Right Back from my debut album, I Am. Available now, everywhere you get your music.
Fuck it up, let one little fuck, your whole world up. Fuck it up, you better get right, get right back.
Advertise for your company or your brand right here on The Deshaymond Show. You can sponsor an episode, a segment, or even just place an ad. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, and we have special rates for disabled-owned companies and companies owned by marginalized entrepreneurs. Reach out to us today at info.booking@deshaymond.com for more details. And remember, when nobody else loves you, you gotta love you more. Mwah. Be better, y'all.
I won't be sad. I won't be moved. I won't be silent.
Right now, I want to talk about a book that didn't just move me. It changed my life. I'm reading Invisible Life by E. Lynn Harris. E. Lynn Harris was a Black gay author who told stories that many people thought didn't even exist. After being rejected by countless publishers, he self-published this novel, and it went on to become a #1 New York Times bestseller. That alone is legendary. The story follows Raymond Tyler Jr., a successful and masculine Black man, living a life that looks perfect while hiding who he truly is. Through characters like Basil, Kyle, and Nicole, this book taught me something extremely powerful. Being gay is not monolithic. Masculinity and femininity are a spectrum. Not all gay men are feminine, and that truth matters. Invisible Life helped me to understand myself, release shame, and see authenticity as freedom. This isn't just a novel, it's a mirror, and it's a story that I'll always carry with me.
E. Lynn Harris has a catalog that is unmatched. I just want to say that it is unmatched. With all of his #1 New York Times bestsellers and all of that, he has literally shined a light and brought a different lens to what LGBTQIA culture is, how we actually live, and how we're not monolithic. We come in all shapes and sizes. We're masculine, we're feminine, and we're everything in between. We're professionals, we're leaders. We are extremely handsome. We are sexual and sexy, not deviants. Okay? We are romance. We are life. We're real life. And I love how he's humanized the gay experience for so many Black gay men. If you haven't read an Elin Harris novel, start with Invisible Life and go all the way through. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. I love you, Elin Harris. You are one of my angels. May your soul rest in peace. And we will always show love to you here at the Deshaymond Show. All right, y'all. We got to go pay a couple bills and we will be right back. Mwah. See you in a minute.
Listen to Prisoner off my debut album, I Am. Available everywhere you get your music. Advertise for your company or your brand right here on The Deshaymond Show. You can sponsor an episode, a segment, or even just place an ad. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, and we have special rates for disabled-owned companies and companies owned by marginalized entrepreneurs. Reach out to us today at info.booking@deshaymond.com for more details. And remember, when nobody else loves you, you gotta love you more. Mwah. Be better, y'all.
I won't be silent. I won't be moved. I won't be silent.
Winston Duke. Let's just start there. Because when this man walks into a room, presence walks in with him. Winston Duke is the kind of Black man that makes you sit up a little straighter and smile just a little wider. Tall, powerful, grounded, with a physique that speaks strength, discipline, and self-respect. But it's the intelligence for me, though. Winston Duke is classically trained with formal training at the Yale School of Drama, which means talent and craft, instinct and intention. That education shows up in every role he touches. From blockbuster films to deeply human, complex characters that feel lived in and real. And let's talk about that smile. Warm, inviting, and unapologetically Black. That rich, dark chocolate complexion and quiet confidence. That energy that says, I know who I am, and I don't need to prove it. Winston Duke represents Black excellence that isn't rushed, that isn't loud, and definitely not performative. He represents Black man joy, Black man softness, and Black man strength. The kind of fine that starts on the outside, but is undeniable because it's rooted within. Winston Duke, fine, brilliant, educated, and grounded, and a reminder that Black men can be powerful and gentle at the same damn time. Sexy and thoughtful, strong and deeply human. Now that is a fine Black man. That is Winston Duke.
Listen, Winston Duke is one of the most attractive men on this planet. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody does. I don't care if you don't agree with me, because it's simply my opinion and my perspective, okay? I am so grateful to the gods up above that I was able to see him in the first Black Panther movie before my sight went completely dark. I'm so grateful for that. That man is so gorgeous. And I remember I saw him on Live with Kelly and Michael when Michael was on there. I remember he wore this yellow sweater and some white chinos and just some basic white sneakers. I think there were some like Forces or something like that, or some Jordans or whatever it was. And he just had a black man joy about him that was so attractive and so intriguing. And I fell in love with him ever since. He is definitely that prototype. I know he is Scorpio. Just the physique, the charisma, the gentle and soft masculinity, the intelligence. I've been enamored ever since. You hear me? So that's why Winston Duke is our Fine Black Man of the Week and our very first Fine Black Man on the Deshaymond Show. Listen, y'all, stay tuned. We will be right back. Mwah.
Listen to Royalty, part of the Portraits and Portals art installation, curated by Justice Shorter. Now available everywhere you get your music.
The kings and queens, you know we are. Oh, how dare you not treat us like we're not royal.
Advertise for your company or your brand right here on the Deshaymond Show. You can sponsor an episode, a segment, or even just place an ad. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, and we have special rates for disabled-owned companies and companies owned by marginalized entrepreneurs. Reach out to us today at info.booking@deshaymond.com for more details. And remember, when nobody else loves you, you gotta love you more. Mwah. Be better, y'all.
I won't be silent. I won't be moved. I won't be silent.
It's the time in the show where I drop some of that wisdom on you, some of that Uncle D wisdom. Here we go. Listen, I have been to so many places in this world, and for so long in my life, I allowed imposter syndrome to dictate how I felt about myself, or to dictate my belonging, or to dictate me taking up space in the spaces and places and, rooms and seats that I have sat in. And I refuse to do that anymore. I deserve to take up space. As a black man, as a blind man, and as a gay man, I deserve to take up space. And so do you. We have to stop letting where we come from, what socioeconomic background we come from, what neighborhood we come from, what city, what state we come from, our race, our ethnicity, our gender, our sexual orientation. We have to stop letting all of those things make us feel like we don't belong, because the truth is we belong. You just have to claim it. You have to walk into those rooms with confidence. You have to sit in those seats with confidence. And even when someone tries to make you feel like you don't belong, you stay graceful and you hold your head up high and you kill them with the best of intelligence, eloquence, and all the kindness that your heart can muster. Because hate cannot exist where you do not allow it to exist. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Just remember, you've earned it, you have the right, and you belong. And remember, when nobody else loves you, you gotta love you way more. Mwah. Listen, y'all, that's it for the Deshaymond Show this week. I hope you found something that you can hold on to, something that fed your soul, and something that uplifted your spirits. All right? Next week, we will have our first guest of the season, y'all. First guest ever. Grammy-nominated spoken word artist, writer, author, producer, all of the things, creator, Mr. Marc Marcel. So make sure you come back right here at the Deshaymond Show. Until next time, y'all, remember, when nobody else loves you, you gotta love you way more. Mwah! Be better, y'all. Take care.
I won't be silent. I won't be moved. I won't be silenced. Not like that. I won't let you take my voice from me. I won't be silent. Not by you. Won't be shut out. Won't be refused. I won't be anymore. La 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 la. Anymore. La la la.
There's a difference between being seen and being noticed. Some men don't announce themselves. They arrive quietly, and suddenly they just shift the energy in the room. Marc Marcel is one of those men, the kind that their intelligence shows up before he even speaks, the kind whose presence tells you he's already done the work. You see it in the way he listens and the way his stillness carries confidence, in the way his eyes, those piercing green eyes, hold both experience and curiosity at the same time. This is a man who reads between the lines, who understands that wisdom isn't loud. But let's be honest, intelligence is attractive, self-awareness is attractive, and emotional depth, that's irresistible. There is something about a black man who knows who he is, who has survived enough to be gentle, who has survived enough to stay curious. And then there's the fine, the kind of fine that isn't about perfection. It's about presence, the way he carries his body like it belongs to him, the way his style looks lived in and definitely not performative, the way maturity settles into him effortlessly. This is grown man energy, not rushed, not insecure, and definitely not seeking validation. A man who understands that attraction is layered and that confidence doesn't shout, that intelligence can be seductive all on its own. This is the beauty of a black man who's done the inner work and who knows his worth, who honors his mind as much as his body. In a world that too often reduces black men into stereotypes, this moment is to pause for a celebration, a reminder that brilliance is beautiful, that depth is desirable, that thoughtfulness is powerful. This is what happens when intellect meets intention. This is what fine looks like when it's rooted in wisdom. This is a fine black man. This is Marc Marcel.
Yo, 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 yo.
What's going on, Mr. Marcel? How you feeling?
What's up with you, brother? How you doing?
Man, I'm good. I am so good, and I am so blessed that you decided to join me today. I appreciate it so much, man.
Of course, man. I thank you for asking me to be on here, man. For real, I'm elated, man. It's a blessing to get to connect with you, get to know you even more as a person, man. Like, so I thank you for asking me to do this with you.
Oh man, listen. I'm the one that's like,
reading reading over your bio and just your resume last night, and I was like, ooh, I started getting nervous. I was like, ooh,
That was funny.
hold on. And then I saw your pictures, and I was asking my assistant, I said, what do he look like? And they were like, oh, he light skinned with the green eyes and the bald head. And I'm like, oh my God. So now I got to think about how attractive he is too. This is crazy. But no, I
That's
appreciate you,
funny.
Mark. I really, really do
No,
appreciate you, bro.
no, respect. Thank you, man.
Big
No,
respect. And I'm so happy for you and so proud of you. I feel like I know you said that you can't even believe this is happening,
yeah,
but for me, it's like it's very, very well deserved. You're
yeah.
accomplished and
Thank
you've done the work. So
you.
I know it's in the bag. I know it
Yeah,
is.
I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I appreciate you deeply. I mean, yeah, dude, like this experience has been humbling on so many levels because I mean, really, like, d- as you can see, I guess looking over my bio, I have a plethora of work.
Yes, you
It's
do. And
like,
I want to go back and read your books now because
okay,
I'm
no
like,
doubt,
I'm missing out. I
right,
didn't get to do that beforehand, and I'm
no doubt.
sorry.
No doubt. Yeah, yeah. No, it's all good. Dude, I got a lot of work. I got a lot of
I
work.
know you do.
And I've never really honestly had an award. Like I haven't won a national poetry slam. I haven't like hadn't won an award or something like that that be
Uh-huh.
recognized. And so it's interesting though
Hmm.
seeing these little accolades and the
Hmm.
reactions and I don't know, man, just the camaraderie that forms from it, man. It's been very
Exactly.
humbling, I can say, like it really has, man,
Yeah.
bro.
It's crazy because I was just having a conversation with my nephew. A really, really deep conversation, actually. He's my assistant. He helps me with a lot of this AV stuff and,
That's dope,
editing
man.
and stuff. But we were talking about how he's like, Unc, you already there, bruh. Like
Yeah,
you go so hard. He's like, you already there. And I feel the same way about you. It's like you're already there. I mean, your resume speaks for itself. You don't need an accolade, but
yeah,
it's your time. You know what I mean? It's
right,
the
yeah. No, I
time
feel
for it,
that. I feel
you
that. From one of
know?
my friends who was a nominee, Sean William, he was a
Hmm.
nominee in the spoken word category a couple years ago,
Hmm.
and we were talking. I was like, "Yo, this thing is so it's weird because the work is still the work. It doesn't change the work.
It
The work is
doesn't.
still the same as at work. It's
Hmm.
just that with this, it just gives you a little bit more pull. People
It
may listen
does.
to you more. People may be like, okay. But
Yeah, but
that
the
don't change
Smithsonian and
anything that was
Obama,
already done. Man.
the Smithsonian and Obama, is enough.
No, no doubt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
but
I am the sophisticated gentleman. I am the blind savage. I am a nigga from the gutter. I am Deshaymond.
I am Marc Marcel. First and foremost, I'm a conscious being playing part-time human, and with that I have become a poet and I've become an author, I've become an animator, and now I'm a Grammy nominated artist just recently. With that, I'm just an inquisitive uh, energy that is inspired by all these things that it doesn't know. And I'm just trying to figure out what this is and sharing my delusion with other people what this could possibly be. And that's what I am today, and who knows what I'll be tomorrow. But hopefully, it will be something that is inspiring to others. And yeah, I guess that sums me up right now. Yeah, I just want them to get inspired, man, for real.
hmm.
All I aim for as an artist, I feel like all we really do as artists is to aim to inspire, to touch, to change, to motivate.
Hmm.
So, however that comes across, I'm all for it. All I want to do is inspire, make people think out the box. Just
Right.
make them think. Give them an exercise in thought, and just to understand that maybe tomorrow is better than today, and
Yeah.
today was better than yesterday. So,
I love that, man. And hearing you speak, I just I'm like I'm a little in awe because I've listened to Black Shaman
right.
probably 10 or 12 times, and I
Wow.
swear, and it just
Oh,
moves me. I listened to it again today because um one that I really started listening to is You. Tell me about You. What was your intention? Was that something
yeah.
that you wrote for someone, or was it something that you wrote aspirationally?
Now, this album is actually so personal. Like
Hmm.
I don't write a lot of fantasy. Like if I say
Hmm.
something happened, it happened. Like in Vibe,
Hmm.
like the poem about Vibe is about me meeting a
Yes.
chick in the nightclub, and that is a real. Everything that is said in that is a real conversation. Was said in
Wow.
that moment. Everything, and so you was actually inspired by this young lady that I was dating. I'll say that. Yeah, this young lady that I was dating
Okay, is that all you want to
at
say?
the
Because
time.
I can ask you more questions about that.
I have no idea. I mean, not no idea. I have no filter. I have no shame. We can actually
Okay.
put it like this: like that young lady. I'm laughing
Uh-huh.
because that's like the nicest term that I've called her in a while.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
And it was that situation, that relationship inspired a book. It connects
Oh
to
wow.
I was on an airplane almost crashed about 4 years ago, and it connects to that situation, and the relationship that I got into was very connected. And I wrote this book called A
Mhm.
Moon Near Venus. That'll be out soon.
Oh
But
wow.
long story short, you was inspired by her.
Wow.
And the relationship, because I hadn't like felt that connection with someone in a long time, maybe close to 15 years since,
Yeah.
when I got involved with her. But that relationship ended very traumatically.
Oh gosh. I'm
Yo,
sorry to hear that.
I was too, but I'm not now. I love it, because
Hmm.
really honestly, for real, that connects to Black Shaman. A lot of
Right.
the pieces in Black Shaman was written as a result of all this turmoil that I was going through afterwards.
Right.
So you was actually three-fourths written,
Hmm.
I would say four-fifths written, and with me and her.
Uh-huh.
And then when the relationship ended,
Mm. That's
tra
when you could finish.
traumatically, I could
Oh
say,
gosh.
I had to go back and finish the poem because the poem wasn't finished. So basically, this which is very deep, loving, thoughtful
Hmm.
piece about someone who really brings out something in you. I had to
Hmm.
go back and finish for really, I didn't feel that way about that person no more at all. I mean, I still have deep love for her, but
Wow.
I had really deep resent towards her.
Yeah.
So I then had to separate myself from the love that I have for her personally,
Wow.
and then just make it an overall general
Hmm. Now,
concept overall to when I would end it because I had to get back in that. And also you is also
uh-huh.
there's a double meaning to it. It
Hmm.
is also the meaning of what it seems like it is a connection to a person, but it's
Hmm.
also the creation of the universe. So it's a double
Hmm.
meaning to it in the
Yeah,
poem. Yeah.
that man. I especially love the part in the beginning where you said, "Now I know that before it was only infatuation." That part like really took me because I feel like that myself. And I know, it's a double meaning, but when it comes to love and it comes to that type of thing, I truly ask myself, have you ever really been in love before?
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's a question that I can't answer honestly, because I
Yeah, yeah,
really
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
I
You
feel like
know,
what is love? You
what is
know?
love? You
Yeah,
know,
like where's the cross? Where's the threshold? Where
exactly.
like at what step is it like, oh now this is love, but two
Yeah,
steps before that it wasn't love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. What is
yeah,
love?
yeah.
Love, I mean, honestly, really there's different levels, there's different understandings of it, but I really think at the base level of love is acceptance.
Yeah.
And that's really, I think we convolute like this idea of love. Like if God exists, if you believe in God, and if you believe God is all accept, and if you believe God is all love,
Hmm.
then all love is just all accepting, and that's why
Exactly.
that connects to free will. If we can have free will, then that's why we have free will, because it's all accepting. Basically, hey, do whatever you want. There is no condemnation.
Hmm.
I'm not going to condemn you for,
Correct.
your 60, 70, 80 years here while I'm in this internal infinite being. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you're not that smart. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to
Right.
condemn you to hell. I accept whatever you do here. Yeah, we all make mistakes. So
Hmm.
really, I feel like love at a very basic level is just acceptance. And I think if we accepted each other more, man, dude, we would have our conflicts would we wouldn't have the type of I can honestly that's really what it is. Most of this my last
Hmm.
relationship, man, was about someone not being able to accept something that they already knew basically about me.
Wow.
So if you see that, can you say someone was really showing you love? It's you know what I'm saying? So I can honestly
Right.
say that. But love to me is just acceptance. Then it gets deeper, then it gets to
Hmm.
gratitude. Gratitude is another level of love, because gratitude is actually an action. Like
Right.
gratitude, you're actually, there's effort in it. Acceptance is I just accept, hey, whatever it is. You tell me you're doing it to me, hey, I accept you. Tell me like this, hey, I accept you. But gratitude is a different level of that. It's acceptance, but with action, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so, man, love is this definition, man, and at the simplest, I think we make it complex,
We do. We
you
do.
know.
And we
Yeah,
put too many, requirements and too much pressure on love when love is really simple, you know?
yeah,
And
yeah,
like you said, acceptance. Like, do you accept me? All of me fully.
right,
Yeah, I love that. I
right,
love that you
right,
phrased it. And also when it comes to like spirituality and stuff, like in the opening of the album, you talk about we need to separate the message from the messenger.
right.
Talk to me about that. What's your ideology on what we do with religion and all of these other things, putting so much into the artist instead of the art and the message?
Well, we're stupid creatures, man.
I agree with you 3000%.
Yeah,
Yes.
but there are brilliant things that we have done.
Yes.
And art is the brilliance of the things that we've done. And even I have found myself, I have to do that because there are certain artists that I can actually
Mhm.
say I personally don't like. Wow, I actually haven't been brought forth this. Man, you really putting a mirror to me right now. And this is great because usually I have been annoyed with certain artists that I wouldn't listen to their art. But
Right.
really, honestly, if what I do believe we should separate the message from the messenger, I
I
should be
agree
able
with you.
to separate whatever that artist's personality is that I dislike, and
Hmm.
be able to tone that out and just listen to the art if I am going to separate the message from the messenger,
Hmm.
because I truly believe I think that's where we get in the way, where we
Hmm.
start worshiping the messenger instead of the message. And that's when we start having prophets and saviors and
Absolutely.
and all like that. And then we forget, we lose ourselves.
Right.
And
And you even say in that poem basically that we start to change the message for our
right,
own gain. You know what I mean? And
right, exactly.
I saw that so clearly, when I heard it, I'm like, man, truth already. That's what got me
Right,
hooked into the album. And I'm
right,
happy you
right.
did that at
I
the gate
appreciate it.
because, bro, You got me. You really did get me. I'm telling you.
I
I was like,
appreciate
hold
it. I
on, wait
appreciate
now. This man, okay, he's saying something.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Man, dope. So
You
dope,
know,
bro.
do you know Rodrika Rashid? I forgot her
Why
name.
do I know that name? I
She's
feel like that name is
she was a
familiar.
nominee last year. I forgot her
Hmm.
last name. Oh man, forgive me. I'm sorry, Rodrika. But anyway, she was a nominee last year. I think in the new age category.
Uh-huh.
But I met her for the first time 4 months ago at an event in LA. All right. And when she recognized me when I walked up. She was
Hmm.
like, "Oh, Marc Marcel." I was like, "Yeah, hey, how you doing?" She was like, "Oh, you're a truth teller."
Absolutely.
She's like, "I don't think the Academy's ready for that." Right? She said,
But it is. It is. You know, we're taking the Academy back from the music business and
bro,
making it about
feel
the
that.
art.
I
And that's what I love about the new Academy.
Yeah, I
You
feel
know?
that. I feel that like this is
Hmm.
my first year being a voting member,
Me
and
too. Me too, bro.
okay,
We both newbies.
okay, yeah,
Okay.
no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. That's what's up. But I was submitted last year through someone, so I was close to it. So I was kind of like
Hmm.
at the door looking in, be like, oh, that's what y'all talking about in there,
Right.
before I got let inside. But I can honestly say, from my impression, it is, dude, it's so humbling just to know
Yes.
that all the voters are artists,
Right.
artists and musicians and producers. It's
Hmm.
not like critics,
No, it's not. And
you
that's what
know?
makes the Recording Academy so special and why I
Yeah,
wanted to be a part of it. And ever since I was a kid, honestly, because we're the only organization that the creators pick it, not
right,
the music
right,
business people, because they don't get to vote. You know,
right,
we
right,
are the ones that get to vote, the
right,
songwriters, the,
right,
music artists, the poets. So that's why
right.
I feel so good about being a Recording Academy member, you know?
Yeah, yeah, me too. Yeah,
And the
yeah,
people element of it, artists, we just want to create and we just want everybody to be great. It's not about a competition, really. Everybody I've met has been so gracious and so welcoming.
yeah,
And it seems like you've had a very similar experience. So I'm happy for you for that, bro, because
yeah,
it's not like that
yeah.
in every space.
Yeah, it's not like that. You're right. It's not like that everywhere. Like this has been such a humbling, inviting, camaraderie,
Yes.
experience that I've had with the Academy. I'm so thankful, of my experience. I had to like honestly, like I tried not to like. I was like, I went into this telling myself, Mark, be thankful for the least. And the least that I can expect out of this is that I'm going to meet a lot of dope artists from around the world. And the connections that I make with them personally will put me in a position to possibly collaborate with these artists in the future. And at the very least, if that is all I have, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
wow.
It's
Like,
it's so dope, bro. Like
right.
like I told you, I want to collaborate with you. I
Yeah.
heard your voice and I'm like, and then you were saying something. It's nothing like just to be open and honest, I'm, a happily, openly gay black man,
Right.
black blind man.
Right.
And I was like, to
Right.
know that someone is a black man is not only brilliant, but
Right.
humble. And when he says something, he says something. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Appreciate it. Yeah,
So,
for sure.
that type of thing is it's awesome to me. And
Right.
to kind of get a 360 of who you are is man, it's really dope. And I just feel so honored and so grateful to even know
Uh,
who you are. You
I
know what I'm
appreciate your
saying?
respect. That means a lot,
Big
dude. For real.
respect. Big
Yeah.
respect. I always give flowers. That's what we do at the Deshaymond show. We give flowers, bro. We
I
give
appreciate you,
flowers.
man. I appreciate you, man. For real,
But I
man.
want to talk about Tulum. what happened in Tulum, my brother? what, what happened in Tulum?
Dude, that was the best night of my life, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, best night of my life.
Wow.
Um, and it's the best night of my life because of moments like these that I'm having with you right now on the Deshaymond show. So check it,
Uh-huh.
and I'm about to like check it. So you just asked me about Tulum. All right.
Hmm.
So I went to Tulum in 2012 uh for the big Mayan calendar event. I don't know, it's past now, but during that time then it was a big thing. People were so into the Mayan calendar in 2012 December. I was too. What was going to
Hmm.
happen? I went down there, went down to Mexico. Um and I went to Tulum on Christmas. I went there the night before Christmas too, but I went back on Christmas and I trespassed the Mayan ruins. Now, how I trespassed the Mayan ruins, I swam there the day before behind because I was cheap. I didn't want to pay entrance, so I swam in the back cliffs, right? And I realized that you could swim there, and I'm a very good swimmer. So I took the chance and swam the back. So I got all up in the ruins. And I was like, oh man, you know what? I'm gonna come back here at night. I'm gonna swim here. But when I left out the regular exit, and I realized I didn't have to swim there. I could just come in the regular exit. So I came with the regular exit. Me and my friends, we snuck in. It was so beautiful, so
I'm sure.
magical
I'm sure.
in the Mayan ruins with being a full moon, the structures
I
is
bet beautiful
illuminating.
night.
You say what?
I said I bet that was a beautiful night.
Oh, the best! Oh my God! Yeah, that is one of the top two most beautiful things that I've seen. Um, and so then the next night I went back again, but I went with a different friend because my other friends didn't want to go. But my plan was to spend the night there. Because I was like, yo, we're gonna spend the night here. Who does that? Us, you know. So we were gonna spend the night and leave at like 6 in the morning, you know. We had our tents and all like that, right? So we go up into the temple, and the dude, Vesa, he sets up this big studio production light. He was like, hey, let's do an interview. I was like, okay,
Wow.
cool. So he starts interviewing me, and as he's interviewing me, you know, all of a sudden you hear, hola, amigos. And when I heard that, yo, when I heard that, man, I swear to God, man, I thought the aliens arrived for real. I'm not even lying, yo. For real. It's like that hola amigos went by for like 10 seconds. So when I heard before the hola, when I heard the oh, I was like, holy shit, the aliens arrived. And I like the aliens in space. I was like, holy shit. But even with a lot of amigos, I still was like still on that. Oh, so I was like the aliens, like
Yeah,
oh
they here. They're here.
right. So long story short, they got us. We had to wait for the police to come, and the
Man.
police came. And as we're sitting there waiting, I say to Vesa, I was like, "Yo, can you swim?" And he was like, I was like, yeah. I was like, are you a good swimmer? He was like, yeah. I was like, dude, listen, trust me on this. If you can swim good, we can run that way and we can swim back to the camping site and we'll be gone from here, right? And he was like, all right, bet. And he was like, oh man, I can't do it. I was like, wow, what's up? He was like, man, I got this production equipment. I was like, ah, shit. All right,
Yeah.
man. I was like, all right, man, forget it. All right, it's whatever. Let's just do this. He was like, yeah, but you go. And I was like, no, man, I'm not gonna leave you because
We
I
came
got
here
you in this
together.
mess, right?
Hmm.
And then all of a sudden I say to him, I was like, oh man, this is great. And then he's like, what? I was like, man, this is great. He was like,
Uh-huh.
what do you mean? I was like, dude, who goes to Tulum, 2012 Mayan calendar, trespasses the Mayan ruins, and is going to spend Christmas in a Mexican jail cell for it? We do. I was like, dude, we have a story to tell. This is great. And he was like, yeah, I guess you're right. So that's why I say it's the greatest night of my life because really, and I was in the jail cell for like maybe 13 hours before they let us out.
Oh
But
gosh.
it was the greatest night of my life because
Hmm.
I have a story to tell,
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. It was so beautiful,
I mean, it's about perspective too, because you would not have had that story if y'all hadn't snuck, into the ruins. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? You would
Exactly.
not have had it, or even
Exactly.
the experience. So
Exactly.
I,
Exactly.
I mess with it. I really do
Yeah.
mess with it a
Yeah.
lot.
And I know what my heart was. I wasn't going to go
Uh-huh.
in there messing with stuff, So
Yeah, no, it was never for any
not like I was going to
nefarious
spray
reason.
paint my name on there like
Ah,
Mark was
nah.
here.
Well, but we know Mark was there though. You got the story.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Mark was there, green
And
eyes
I
and
ha-
all.
and I have footage of me in jail. I have because they forgot to check my left pocket, so I kept my cell phone. I was like
Wow.
and I realized it like hours into the holding cell. I rolled over. I was like, "Oh, what is this, man?" So I have footage, video footage, not just photos,
Bro,
video footage of me in a Mexican jail cell on
you
Christmas.
posted any of that?
I think I have posted that, yeah, but I'll probably
Oh
post it
my
again every
gosh.
now and then. Yeah,
Yeah, man. I love it. I love
yeah,
it. Mark, I
yeah.
gotta ask you. I'm really big into astrology and all of that stuff. What is your zodiac sign?
I'm an
Tell me about your
Aquarius.
placements.
Yeah, I'm an Aquarius. That's my sun sign.
Uh-huh.
My moon sign is Virgo.
Okay.
My my
Rising?
rising sign is Leo.
Okay.
I'm a manifest generator.
Mm-hmm.
I was born in the year of the dragon,
Ooh.
and I'm a 33.
What is 33?
33 is the master number.
Mm.
And I didn't realize that until 6 months ago. But the master number, 33 is the highest number. And it's the number, it's man, it's funny. You got me like, God, I don't,
I can hear you smiling. I can hear it.
I don't even want to say this, man, because
No, you
I
don't
don't
have to
even,
say it. You don't have to. We gonna
okay.
talk offline about it. You don't
Yeah,
have to
okay,
tell the
cool.
world.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I
It's
mean,
cool.
it's the master number. Yeah, put it like
Uh,
that. Yeah.
yes, I'm gonna ask you some more questions offline. Don't
Okay,
worry, sir.
all right.
But let's jump back to Black Shaman. You know that I love the poet. It is
Right.
my favorite. The way you put it together with, the painting and just tell me where you pulled that concept and all of that from.
Dude, like I say, man, that turmoil that I went through in that relationship, that
Hmm.
trauma. So, all right, I live in the Hollywood. I live in Hollywood. And I
Okay.
live in a mansion, but I also have housemates. This what
Okay.
happens. I got into a relationship with one of the housemates. I didn't come on to her;
Oh.
she came on to me, but it ended
Hmm.
horribly. I'm not going to say like the big kit and caboodle, yeah, because it'll be in my
Oh.
book of Moon near Venus, and it'll be
And
all
I'm
that.
gonna read that.
Right. So in a Moon near Venus, my housemate, one of my housemates, Darren, who knows about a lot of my artistic ventures
Hmm.
was in my room, and I work off of a big 70-inch screen.
Oh wow.
Okay, so my computer's connected to that, so I'm standing up like looking at it, and so he
Hmm.
comes in and he's looking at the foreword to that book, to a Moon near Venus.
Wow.
Now in a Moon near Venus, I say something about me making well, in the foreword, I think I mentioned something about me making music or something. And
Hmm.
he was like, "You make music too?" And I was like, "Yeah, you ain't know that?" I'm like, yeah, he was like, "Nah, nah, do you mind if I hear something?" I was like, "Psh, you wouldn't hear something. Okay, fine." Because I mean, it ain't nothing that's on my like, yeah, I write poetry, I write books on consciousness. I
Yes.
podcast. I have an animated show called Gurus that is a philosophical parody with Gandhi, Buddha, Jesus, Malcolm X, and Terrence McKenna and Alan Watts and all these people, Nikola
Oh,
Tesla.
we gonna get to that.
Right. So it's like, and he was like, "You make music?" I was like, "Yeah, you ain't know that." So he's like, "Yeah, you want to hear some?" So I'm playing him some, and he's looking puzzled, and then he's like, "Man, this is really good. Like, you mind if I hear something else?" And then in my head, I'm like, "You like this?" I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure, whatever, yeah." So I play him something else, and I'm playing him something else, and then he's like, still puzzled, and then he says to me, and he's like, "Man, like you have a lot going on."
Right.
And then I say to him, and I turn to him, and I say, "Oh, homie, I am Picasso."
What? Oh my,
And that's how that poem was birthed.
bro.
So
When
like 3 days later, I'm in like this writing mode, and I was thinking
Mhm.
about that moment, and I was like, "I am Picasso." And I knew Picasso had a painting called The Poet.
Yes.
So I was like, yo, like it kind of got in my head. I knew what I was gonna do with that. I was like, yo, I'm gonna be like, I am Picasso painting on linen in a piece that I will name The Poet, and I am living my art right now in this moment. And then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take them through that painting, and
Mhm.
that painting is me, and he's just
Yeah.
painting me. And then I was like, you know what? Like, I am Van Gogh just in the seconds after he cut off his ear because I know my critics don't deserve my attention. So I was like, oh, like I'm gonna just take him through all these names and all that. So that's kind of how that went.
Ooh,
And then I just circled back at it at the ending of it with the poet. It was like we've got
bro.
Picasso painting this on when you ask them what it is, it's like this is
Mhm.
basically life,
This is me. This
a
is
life of
everything
art.
that I am.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Gosh. So when you were just saying the words, I was just getting chills because I'm like, I'm getting a free show right now from Marc Marcel. But getting chills for real. No bullshit.
Oh
But
man, I love
nah,
it.
bro, like that's literally my favorite. And it just really it's so all encompassing. And just the names that you mentioned, especially, you know, I am James Baldwin and I am Langston Hughes. Like I look up to these men because
Yeah,
of course they're queer men.
right,
And a lot of times Black history doesn't want to say that. But
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you
You're right.
know, the fact that you're conscious enough to see that we are all of them and they are all of us, and it doesn't
Yeah,
matter. This stupid, trivial thing of sexuality
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
matter. It's just, I am all of these people. They were
um,
so I could be. You
yeah.
know,
Exactly.
that's
They were so I could be.
exactly. And,
Yeah.
like I say all the time, I quote Baldwin, and I said, I feel like I hit the jackpot. I'm a triple minority. I'm black, gay, and, and blind.
That's
So I
blonde.
hit
Yeah,
the jackpot like Baldwin. I want to
right,
put that in a
right,
song one day.
right,
But
right. Yeah, you should. I love it.
hell yeah. So it just touches me every time I hear it. Listening to it today was no different.
Wow,
And hearing you recite it right now was just
wow.
like it moves me. So I just
I
want you to
appreciate
know you have that effect on people, bro.
it.
Like
Thank you, man. That means a
you are
lot.
super humble and I love that about you, but you really are that guy.
Now, I
So I
appreciate you,
want you to
man.
know that.
I thank you. I
Like,
mean, your respect. That really means a lot, man. I can say I've learned from seeing people's downfalls. One of my mentors who
mhm,
introduced me to the game, I saw early on.
mhm,
Um, there's two things I got from him. One is I appreciate you. He used to say that, and I picked up on that. I put that in my
yeah,
vocabulary to where now people pick that up from me. I love that. But there's also another thing from him I picked up was he said to me, never expect anyone, no one owes you anything. So be thankful for anything anyone does for you. Those are the two things I
mhm,
learned from him. And it's ironic that I witnessed a little bit of his downfall because he didn't listen to the second one. He started like
right.
expecting people to owe him something, certain things. So, man,
Yeah,
honestly, man, I just try to be very thankful of the simplest things, man. And like
yeah.
because no one does owe me anything, man. No one owes me nothing. So anything someone does, I'm very appreciative for it. Um, and and I know on the other end how hard I've worked, that thing, hours that no one will see.
Right.
I'm the only
Right.
person that'll know how hard I work, you know what I'm saying? But so it's gratifying
Mm.
when that is felt, I would say, you know.
Exactly. And I know your heart goes into it. I know you're a Renaissance man, and I can feel like even though we're over the internet and we're on two different coasts, I'm on the East Coast, you're on the West Coast, I can feel how much you really mean that and how true that is, you know? Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of it, but is it about it's the poem where you talk about the white guy going to Costa Rica and
Psychedelic Doug, yeah.
yes, 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 thank you. Bro, when I tell you I was upstairs, I was getting ready. I'm like, let me put some shit on,
Right.
but I'm like just chuckling and like jumping up and down. Yes, this dude is a clown. They are
Yeah,
all clowns.
they're
Tell
clowns,
me
man.
about that. Tell me
Yeah.
about that.
Dude, I find that's funny, man. I find in my search for understanding of whatever I think this is, I've had my religious days, through
Me too.
Christianity, through Islam, th was thinking, what is atheism, to now,
Hmm.
like, I wouldn't even call myself agnostic. I believe in something a whole lot smarter than me, but I believe I'm connected to that. I,
Absolutely.
I believe on some form of a level I am that. But I
Hmm.
also believe we are all that.
Yes.
But with that said, I notice in the conscious community, um, there's this, I see a lot of them repeating dogma in certain ways, like just repeating. I don't think Christianity today is what it was when it first started.
Not at all.
And I don't
Mm-mm.
think, I think a lot of these things starts as practices and then they become dogmatic. And I see the same thing happening with the conscious community. I'm in the psychedelics. I believe in plant medicine. And I used to think that those people were the most grounded and egoless and accepting. But now the deeper I get into it, I'm like, oh man, there's a lot of clowns in here too. It's
Hmm.
so there is no demographic of people that I can say fully have it mapped down. I don't care what
Correct.
you're into. Matter of fact, whatever you're into, I see people who are better people as atheists, better people as Christians than
Absolutely.
I do who may be in the conscious, spiritual, psychedelic community. Whatever
Hmm.
I think of their theologies or not. So what I'm getting to is that, like, I don't care, and it don't matter what you think. It matters how you treat people.
Hmm.
So,
Yes.
these people that come into these spiritual communities and conscious communities and psychedelic communities and plant medicine communities, there's a lot of them that, in my opinion, are charlatans, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so, but I think that is in every demographic uh,
Yeah.
of whatever it is. I think that's just us as people, you know.
Yeah, and you know what I think, and I've been doing a lot of, I deconstructed a long time ago from Christianity because I saw how it was used as a device of control. And you mentioned that on your album as well. But I think that where we mess up, we can have a spiritual experience as a group, but our spirituality, our connection to source, is not a group project. It
Yeah,
shouldn't be something that's a group project. It's
yeah,
personal. It's
it's
very, very
personal.
personal.
Yeah,
And I think that's where we go wrong a lot of
yeah,
times.
Yeah, yeah, respect. I totally agree. Yeah, you're right. It is a very personal venture.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah, yeah. It's a very personal venture.
But speaking of that and all of the gurus and the the crazy shamans that are out there doing all of this stuff, tell me about your animated series. I want to know more.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate you, man. Actually, man, dude, everything comes full circle. You could almost say Black Shaman is a result of gurus in a sense
Really?
because
Okay.
yeah, I walked away from the poetry scene for like maybe like 5 years, 5, 6 years. I hadn't performed and do nothing. And I started coming back out during COVID, but then when COVID happened, it just put a wrench in it and just messed it all up.
Yeah.
But during those years that I walked away, I was working on this cartoon Gurus, which is a
Hmm.
philosophical parody. It has all those names that I mentioned. Now, what it is though is it's just a satire, so it's like a smarter South Park, but
Mm.
but it is very edgy. It's going to piss you if you're religious. Oh, it's going to piss you off. Um, like Buddha has anger issues, you know, and Gandhi's filthy rich, and Jesus is a stoner, and Terrence McKenna talks to aliens, and Alan Watts is a jokester, and I like just play with their personalities a little bit, either enhance them or like twist them on their heads, you know. Like Nikola Tesla is like this Iron Man, Tony Stark type character, you know. So, but in it's just it was created because I wanted to make fun of my own philosophies and my
Mm.
own philosophies. I think so. I created this character called Eisen Godfrey, who
Mhm.
thinks the world is a cartoon and thinks it all is it's an all an illusion. And I think this world is a complex hologram and it's all an illusion. So I just have him call it cartoonism, and I
Mhm.
spread my philosophies through him in his world. But instead of making fun of my own philosophies, I was like, why don't I just make fun of everything that I've also learned from? So then that's how I expanded it and started creating all these characters in it. And then I've had several videos, probably close to 100 videos up on YouTube through the years that a lot of them I took down only because I've revamped it and I've animated recently a movie for it within the past 2 years. I haven't released it yet, but that movie is what then eventually spun my podcast Cosmetelic
Oh.
Download because I wanted to start building an audience to then release this movie for
Mhm.
that I didn't feel that I had before. And through that podcast, I then I was doing that time. I was in the midst of becoming a voting member, and I became a voting member. And then
Mhm.
I had my album, and I was like, well, am I going to release this album or not? You know what? Yeah, I'll release the album. Took me 2 months. I had the poems already written, the
Mhm.
poems written for about over a year or two. And I just went and got the music with some of the people because this is the first album in 19 albums that I haven't created any of the music. And so I got with two producers and then submitted the album. And then now it seems like,
Mhm.
who knows? Maybe it will be the poetry that's going to jumpstart to help all these other things go in
Yeah.
emotion that I need for them to go in. So
And I think so, man. And you Grammy nominated. This project was very necessary.
I
And
appreciate you, man.
bro, like it touched me. And I'm not even well, I used to be a hard critic,
Right.
but now I just love the art. And
Yeah.
I just bask in it and kind of bathe in it. So
Yeah.
it grabbed me tight
I
from
thank you. I do get the sense of that, like with the voters, that because obviously so many different categories,
yeah.
like, but if they come across a piece of work that moves them,
Hmm.
like that
Yeah.
transcends whatever category is in. Like, I
Mhm.
think people listen to my album and it doesn't even register that it's poetry.
No, it doesn't.
You know what I'm
It doesn't.
saying? Right.
Yeah.
So, yes.
It was honestly, it was an experience. And every
Right.
time I listen to it, it's an experience. And that's what good art does.
Right.
That's what true art does. When you tell the truth,
Right.
you just like the lady came up to you and said, "You're a truth teller." When you tell the truth,
Right.
people understand the truth and they can
Right.
receive the truth into their consciousness and really experience it. Your
Right.
album is an experience and it deserves all the accolades and
I
everything that
appreciate
it's getting.
it. I appreciate it.
Um,
That means a lot.
but
Yeah.
I will tell you, I'm truly a fan, and I'm so looking forward to seeing what we can do together in the future.
Hey man, me
Uh,
too, man. Me too, man.
yes,
For real.
sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. So tell me about Marc Marcel. Who is Marc Marcel? Who is he as a friend? Who is he as a lover? Who is he as a sexual being? Who is he as a man? Who is Marc Marcel?
Well, it depends which lover you ask, but as a friend, I would like to think that I'm very loyal. Um,
Hmm.
I appreciate truth and honesty above anything else. I respect a hard truth over a soft lie any
Yes.
day. I respect honesty. I respect authenticity. I respect um, depth. I respect someone knowing that they don't know everything. I respect people understanding that they can be judgmental, but then try not to be judgmental because we're all judgmental, but
Mhm.
but if you can realize you're being judgmental, then that's when you can stop being judgmental. Um, because it's an unconscious thing. Um, as a lover, the same, I'm very honest, I'm very passionate. When I love you, you become the most beautiful thing to me, even though there's no such thing as the most beautiful thing because always someone else that has a different type or maybe more beauty. But when I love someone, their scars become beautiful to me. Like, it's funny, I'll notice it. Like, I'll notice a scar on someone's eye, their
Mhm.
eyebrow, and I'll notice over time.
Hold on, Mark. You done saw my scar on my eyebrow? That's what you trying to tell me? I'm
That's
just
funny.
joking. I'm just joking. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, it's okay. That's funny. Um, but no, and over time that scar will become more and more endearing or beautiful or cute, and you'll start to
Mhm.
enjoy it and like it and be like, oh, I like her scar. I like that person's scar.
Yeah,
But man, as soon as it ends, then
I
you're like,
know.
then you're like, oh yeah, fuck it, so what? They got that scar on their eyebrow. All right, cool. If as soon as it ends, like it
I
can go back
know.
to
I
what it
know.
was,
I
but
know.
those marks on someone become beautiful
Uh-huh.
when you really love them. I don't know, man. I'm a complex creature. We're all complex creature. I try not to
Hmm.
be judgmental. I try to be open-minded to people. Dude,
Hmm.
I've dated two Trump supporters, and I only say that. Yeah, I know. I say that
Mark.
because and I say that because I can't stand Trump, but I'm open-minded as a person. I treat people as like, okay, like, but how do you treat me, and how do you treat people? And as
Right.
long as I was seeing good in that, then I could bypass someone's ideals of stuff. Best believe if I would have saw them in a situation where maybe some ideals politically would be
Hmm.
presented about to where I would have to judge their character, but I didn't
Right.
have those moments with them, you know.
Mm.
So I judge them for their moments with me and how I see them. You know what I'm saying?
No, I can
So
understand that.
that's yeah. So I try to do that with people. I try not to judge you for your beliefs, dude. I've dated, dude. I can't. I am no means anything close to religious. It's funny.
Hmm.
Religious people confuse me for being atheist. Atheist people confuse me for being religious, and spiritual
Mhm.
people be like, "Yeah, you're one of us." I'm like, man, y'all got me confused.
I am none of all of
Right,
that.
right. But I only say that to say, like, one thing that I really shy away from is the dogma Christianity beliefs.
Yeah.
And I've dated a Christian. Only say that to say, so I'm saying all that to say is I don't care what your beliefs are. I only
Mhm.
care how you treat people and how you treat me. And so I
Mhm.
say that that's how I also am as a lover. You know,
Right.
that's how I am try to be as a person. You know, I try not to judge people for their beliefs because honestly, man, if I did, um,
There'd be a lot of judgment.
there'd be a lot of judgment, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't have as many friends as I do.
Right.
Because there's not too many people that think exactly what I think about shit, you know? Like,
Right.
so I'd be closing myself off, you know? So
Mhm.
that's how I try to be, man. I had to learn very early that it's totally okay. I'm not gonna find a woman that is maybe mentally on my wavelength. Like that's
Mhm.
okay. Like
Mm.
how does she treat someone as a person? You know, how is she as a person? And
Mhm.
you know, does she judge you? Is she
Right.
open towards you? Does her beliefs how open you are to not caring what she believes? Is she the same way about your beliefs? Like, I
Right.
don't care. I don't, so what? The dude thinks this is a simulation. He thinks this is a holography. He thinks everything is God and experiencing itself. I don't care what he thinks. Like, how does he treat people? Like, those are the things that I care about, you know? And if we can get on that wavelength, nothing else matters.
Right. And I will say you're a better man than me because there's a lot of things that I just can't. I wouldn't have been able to do the Trump supporters.
I understand.
Um,
I
with
thought
someone who was
I thought
atheist.
that too. I thought that too. It just so happens that the one I knew she was a Trump supporter. That relationship wasn't even that sprung up on me. The other
Hmm.
one, I didn't even know she was a Trump supporter. Like it came about. So,
Oh.
but long story short, before I did all that, I thought that too. I was like, oh no,
Mm.
hell no, never, never. But just like in you
Hmm.
or what the
Yeah.
cosmos has to show for itself when it wants to prove to me that love can grow anywhere, at any given moment, on any given day, anytime, any place, just when you least expect it. Like that was about the Trump supporter, you know?
Mark, I'm gonna just tell you this. I know you are straight, but I fell in love when you just said that, and I know it was about the Trump supporter, and I don't care nothing about her right now. Um, but I, I can listen to you all day long. Now,
I
I want,
appreciate you, man. That's hilarious.
bro, I
No,
want to
I'm
talk
loving
a
this. I'm
little
loving
bit.
this. Take your time. I'm loving this. It's all good.
Let's talk a little bit about disability and, how you um, basically maneuvered through your dyslexia.
Right.
How was that for you? Tell me that.
You know, I don't even know what it feels like to be dyslexic
Mm,
because that's all I've ever been. It's not like I haven't been dyslexic and then now I'm dyslexic to where I can be like, oh man, being dyslexic is so hard, it's so challenging. I don't know any difference.
correct.
So I don't know what it feels like to be dyslexic. I just know I'm dyslexic. So
Mhm,
with that said, I do notice though with me, there are certain things though that I was taught when I was younger that probably aid me now that
mhm,
really anybody can learn whether they're dyslexic or not. But
mhm,
I critically listen. I'm very observant. I pay attention and I see everything. Like I don't miss anything for real. Like I can I can sniff when something is off.
yeah,
So And I think one of those reasons is because I remember when I was in seventh grade. So I went to a school for my dyslexia from fifth to eighth grade. And I was at a school
Uh-huh.
called Jemissy. And we called our teachers by our first names. That was one of the things that they did for us to just connect to them personally.
Mm-hmm.
So Steve was the principal. Steve came to our class, and when seventh grade was like, all right, class, we're going to do something different today. Each day we're going to play a game. And each day I'm going to give you guys 5 new pieces, okay? And these pieces are worth this much, this piece is worth this much, this piece is worth this much. All right. Now I'm going to dig in this bag here and just randomly give you guys 5 new pieces each day. Those are the only rules to the game, okay? That's the only rule. The only rule to the game is that Steve is going to come in here each day and give you 5 new pieces. Those are the only rules. Everything else is up to you. You do whatever you want. Okay, cool. All right, bam. So he told us that. That was the first day. So the class gets up and we're trading amongst ourselves to see, trading pieces and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
the next day, Steve does it again. All right, class, like only rules to the game. I'm giving you 5 new pieces. All right, cool. Here's your pieces. All right, do what you will with them. Cool, right? So he does this every day. The third day, I noticed I noticed this student, David,
Mm-hmm.
going up the front of the class, stealing pieces from the bag and that Steve left on the front table. And I'm like, oh man, he's cheating. I was like, oh man, we ain't gonna win this now, man. Fuck, damn. And so, because we had groups, me and Josh, and
Mm-hmm.
so, and then the next day, Thursday, we saw Chad doing it too. Chad was now stealing with David, and we're like, oh man, we really gonna lose this. Damn, man, damn. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, and my morale won't allow me to go up there and do it, even though I want to win. But I've had this thing about stealing.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the fifth day comes, and still there was other students doing it too, right? So at the end of class, then Steve was like, all right, class, we're going to tally up these scores. And so he was like, Mark and Josh, how did you get your scores? So we told him how we got the scores. We traded with so and so, traded with so and so. Okay, cool. So Jenny, how did you get your scores? Like, yeah, we traded with so and so, we traded with so and so. Then he was like, David, how did you get your scores? And before David could even answer, one of the other kids in the class was telling him, oh, he's stealing, he's stealing. And then all the other kids chiming in, yeah, he was stealing from the bag, he was stealing. And Steve's just up there, just looking around, just looking at the class, just listening to the commotion, just letting it get loud until it finally settles down. And then he looks at them very sternly and says, each day I came in here and I told you the only rules to the game was that I was going to give you 5 new pieces, and those are the only rules to the game. And the class still didn't understand it.
Right.
And then one of the other kids was still like, no, but he was stealing. He was going up there. And then Steve cut him up. He'd be like, each day I came in here and I
Mm-hmm.
told you the only rules to the game was that I was going to give you 5 new pieces. And it's up to you to do whatever you wanted after that. Those were the only rules to the game.
Wow.
And when he said that, obviously it settles in. Oh no, he wasn't stealing.
No,
He wasn't. Steve didn't
he
say
didn't break
anything
any
about that not
rules.
being a rule or nothing.
Yeah.
And so it hit me like, so since then, I've been this critical listener, this critical thinker. I pay
Mm-hmm.
attention to everything. So when someone says something, when someone's like, "Yeah, I'll be over here at 3 o'clock, over here on Johnson Street," I'll be like 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock on Johnson Street, but you like 30 minutes away, and you talking about you be there in 10 minutes. Like, that ain't making sense to me. What do you mean? Like, no, I'll be there in time. Like I listen that critically. You know what I'm saying? I catch everything. This is probably why some of my relationships don't work, man. For real,
And I feel you.
for real.
I'm like too. And I wasn't always blind. So I do kind of have a different story where I know what it's like to not be blind.
Right.
I became blind 10 years ago, but
Wow.
the listening, I was always a critical listener like that.
Right.
as well. And now I feel like my third eye is so open that when it's
Yeah.
bullshit, my body talks to me.
Yeah, yeah. You feel it in
You
your body.
know,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel it in my body, and it's so weird. But I'm just like, damn, this person is full of shit.
yeah.
Damn, but they really have the gateway to a whole lot of stuff that I need.
Yeah,
They full of
yeah.
shit. I can't mess with them. You know what I'm saying? So
Right, right.
it's just like that for me, and I think it's my defense mechanism. It's my protection, and it's
Yeah,
all of that. But
yeah,
I love
yeah,
it. Maybe that's why I don't have nobody either, bro. We
yeah.
we need to work on that. I don't know what we're gonna
Yeah,
do.
yeah. Trust, I'll be looking at myself in the mirror all the time, be like, well, was it you? And then, I go and be like, well, no, they just,
No, they said
no.
that shit. No.
I could have did this better and this better, but no, that other shit was all them.
What would you like Marc Marcel's legacy to be when you're no longer here in the physical?
I mean, really, honestly, man, really just something simple, man. I mean, everybody wants their work to be remembered, but if my work can be remembered for just being inspiring and motivating and thought provoking, just to make people think, just to not let them get boxed into the dogma, whatever type of dogma that is, whether it's religious, whether it's political dogma, whether it's sexual dogma, whether
Yeah.
it's all kind of dogma you can get boxed into. Dogma, this judgment of you being wrong. Oh, you're from this country. Oh, so you're this way, you act that way, or or like all dogma, this judgment. We can just get past all that. Um, that's just what I want my work to be remembered for, man. Just to be inspiring and just to pay the society forward. You
Right.
know, um,
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything that brings us backwards. If I can do something that makes us move forward, and then I've done my job.
So, Mark, where can people find you?
They can find me on social media, Marc Marcel, Marcel. But my website, Cosmodelic houses all the stuff that I do, whether it's with my podcast, whether it's my animation with gurus, whether it's my books, my poetry and stuff like that. That's like my multimedia company, Cosmodelic, Cosmidelic. So they can check that out too. And hopefully, I'll be in the city near you soon, so that's the plan.
Yeah. Well, Mark, it's truly, brother, it's been a pleasure. I am so grateful and honored to have met you. And I just hope to grow our friendship, our relationship, and hopefully we make some magic together in the future. Um,
I look forward to it, my friend, for real. I'm looking forward to the future with you. It's been a pleasure connecting with you. I've
Absolutely.
enjoyed being on your show, man. This has been fun, for real. I appreciate you for allowing me to be on your platform, man. And I wish you nothing but the success. And however I can help make that happen, man, I'm all for it.
I appreciate you. It's great to meet a real brother, and you are definitely that. Not only conscious and brilliant and super handsome and all of those things, but
Appreciate you,
a
my man.
real brother. You know
I
what I'm
thank
saying?
Yeah, yeah. I thank you, man. Respect. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That means a lot, man. I can't thank you enough. Yeah.
Big respect, man.
I won't let you take my voice from me.